My dear people, that gospel is serious. Because if we really take the gospel serious, then the responsorial psalm that we sang with great joy will be effective into our life. Go now and tell the whole world about God. Go and bring the good news. How many of you talk about Jesus with your friends? How many of you reach out to those who do not go to church or God is not part of their life and talk about Jesus with them? Oh, Father, they will disown me. I will lose them. If you have a friend, are you ashamed of that friend? Do you talk about that friend? Do you say that God sent to you in your life? So we do so for somebody who today is and tomorrow like us we are not. How come we don't talk about Jesus? Because we are not rooted in the scriptures. We are not rooted in Jesus. And then you tell me that is the job of a priest, that's the job of each one of you. Because all of you are called to the waters of baptism, to go and tell the news that God so loved the world that He gave us His only Son, and that Him alone there is salvation. We cannot play any more games. You hear our bishops, you hear those people who are on the merger, things and so forth. We know we want vibrant parishes. We want this. We don't going to see vibrant parishes if we don't have a renewal and change ourselves from the sleeping we are doing. We need to wake up. We need to know Jesus very well and make Him known. We cannot be vibrant. And that is what I ask of you today. To take that gospel and really make it your own. And that life that you live there, make it an example of faith. And then you see how we attract people. I was stationed for 3.5 years in Hamilton. And there was a young man who was educated in St. Joseph High School, who became priest or archbishop, I don't know where he is, of a community called Victory Bible. 3/4 of his people are all Catholics. And one day I buried somebody at Mother's and I asked him, what is Victory Bible is so attractive to young people? Well, he said, because we are by the Word. We live by the Word. Well, what are we doing here? Talking about Pinocchio? We are serious about the Word, Father. I said, what do you mean by that? Well, if the ministers say that we are not truthful, we will expel from the church. We are not truthful. Or living our faith, we are expelled. Dear people, Scripture is not written to be put on the pulpit and incense alone. That's why the Bible, it comes in, but never goes out. You know that why? Because the Word now is not going to be proclaimed. The Word is in you and in me. And now we take that Word and the Word with it. That's why the Scripture does not come out in the procession. My dear parents, today you are here to offer this young boy for baptism. Your responsibility as parents are not easy. If you look at television, they make fun of you. Because today, you know how it is. 6 years with this one, 7 years with this one, and then together. And only God knows. And that is exactly what I'm telling you. That your love for each other is going to really form the character of this young boy. This young boy was born out of love. You love each other so much that love, God made it a visible love. Tangible love. Husband and wife mutually loving each other brought forth a child. So a child is not a fact of a relationship that only could bring children, but a fact of love. And now that you love this child so very much, you are going to be there for this child. And what we said apply all to you. To watch the company he holds, to be involved in his education, to be there. Because that is what a parent is all about. You have jobs, and I know that the job is important because it's your breadwinners. But the first vocation you have is to be a parent. As we say to you in the baptism, you are the first teachers of this child. This child will not come to us before he is 7 years of age to receive First Communion. So this 7 years, this 6 years, is your formation. And so you are going to be the church. The church, in her very words, in the Vatican Council, speak to you about domestic church. That little church and that table in the kitchen and dining room is your little altar, where Aiden is going to learn, is going to grow, is going to be able to be thankful, to be respectful, to be of dignity, and all those things that are the foundation of humanity. And then when he comes to us, he is going to enhance that. You are the foundation, we are the builders. And that's why together we need to do the job. Because tomorrow is very at the door. And tomorrow will come before we know it. We need to build. And to build young people with heads on their shoulders to think for their own. They don't need some people to influence them that drug and alcohol and all kinds of vices is what's going to make them grow, because that is the ruination of our young people today. But that's why today Jesus said many are going to find it very hard to travel, because to travel the way of Jesus, we have to be on the track, and we cannot get away from the track. Either we are for Jesus, or we are not for Jesus. You cannot be with me and against me. Either you gather or you scatter. The days of defense is over. We need to stand up for him. And the people of the world, especially our young people, can judge us from what we say and do more than you think they can. Today, they are born talking and thinking because they are so smart. So I ask you, as parents, continue what the church is asking of you, to be good parents. And I hope and pray that when this young boy walked that aisle to receive his first diploma, kindergarten is a little funny, but then grammar school, high school, and even when he becomes somebody, or he brings somebody to be in love with him, your tears of joy will pour from your eyes, because you have done a great job. Dear parents, you are responsible for tomorrow. The church depends on you. Society depends on you. We will promise you our prayers, but your example and your lifestyle is what's going to make Eden to be a true Christian. What we say and what we do sometimes is not according to Jesus' way. But we have to listen to the words of Jesus and live by them if we want salvation to be ours.